Let's get right into it. Number 7. Zero chill. Literally. You know that feeling when you almost drop your phone and your heart does a triple backflip? Yeah, psychopaths don't really get that. Their fear response is basically on airplane mode. Scientists have actually tested this. In one study, they played sudden loud noises to see people's startle reflex. Normal folks jumped. Psychopaths barely flinched. It's not bravery, it's biology. The amygdala, that little almond-shaped part of your brain that screams, danger, is just quiet. It's like a smoke alarm with dead batteries. This lack of fear sounds cool, until you realize it's also why psychopaths do incredibly reckless things. No fear means no boundaries. They'll gamble, cheat, steal, or stroll into dangerous situations like it's a walk in the park. It's not confidence, it's neurological malfunction. And because they don't get that, oh no, this is bad gut feeling, they often misread other people's fear as weakness. You get scared, they get amused. It's like trying to play chess against someone who keeps flipping the board for fun. So while your body is staging a full-blown panic concert over an awkward text, theirs is sitting there, sipping coffee, wondering why everyone's so dramatic. Basically, psychopaths aren't fearless heroes, they're more like emotional mannequins with great posture. Number 6. Pathological lying, the hobby they'll never admit to. Everybody lies sometimes. I'm 5 minutes away. I totally read the terms and conditions. But psychopaths? Lying isn't a bad habit, it's practically a hobby. And not the clumsy, oops, you caught me, kind of lying. We're talking professional grade, 4 Kelvin's resolution lies. They lie for fun, for power, for control, or just to see if they can get away with it. And half the time, they do. Why? Because they enjoy it. Studies show that when psychopaths deceive someone successfully, their brain's reward centers light up like a slot machine jackpot. It's not guilt, it's dopamine confetti. They'll even lie when there's no reason to. You'll ask, hey, did you see that movie? And they'll say, yeah, twice, even if they've never heard of it. It's not about the lie, it's about domination, about knowing they can control what's real to you. And when they're caught, they'll pivot faster than a politician in an election year. Suddenly, it's your fault. You misunderstood. You're too sensitive. They're just so disappointed that you'd think that of them, and somehow by the end, you're the one apologizing. So yeah, while you're over here wrestling with whether to admit you ate the last cookie, they're busy rewriting reality like it's a first draft. Basically, truth to them is optional, like the I agree button on a software update. Number 5. The guilt, never heard of it setting. You know that awful, stomach-dropping feeling when you realize you hurt someone? That little pang that makes you text sorry 5 times and bake apology cookies? Psychopaths don't have that. Their conscience is basically on mute. They know what guilt is in theory, but they don't actually feel it. It's like knowing what love means in Spanish but not being able to speak the language. The brain scans back this up. The parts of the brain that activate during guilt, like the anterior cingulate cortex, barely light up in psychopaths. It's like someone unplugged their moral Wi-Fi. So when they lie, cheat, or hurt someone, they don't feel that crushing regret. At best, they feel annoyance, like getting caught is just bad PR. They'll say whatever sounds remorseful, but inside, it's just crickets. And that's what makes them so dangerous in positions of power. While most of us are kept in check by the possibility of feeling bad later, they're just doing the math. Will this benefit me? If yes, then ethics can go jump off a bridge. So yeah, if your moral compass is a GPS, theirs is a broken compass spinning wildly while they laugh and drive straight into chaos. Basically, they're immune to shame like emotional Teflon. Number 4. Control freaks in disguise. Ever notice how some people seem calm, confident, even generous, but underneath, they're quietly running the entire script of your life? That's the psychopath's favorite pastime, control. Not the obvious, bossy kind of control, but subtle psychological puppeteering. They'll figure out your weaknesses, your fears, your comfort zones, and then slowly, quietly, they'll rearrange them to fit their convenience. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's just small nudges, isolating you from certain friends, making you doubt your instincts, convincing you they're the only one who really understands you. It's emotional lockpicking. And here's the messed up part. Because they're charming, it doesn't feel like control. It feels like love, or mentorship, or help. By the time you realize they've built a cage around you, you're already sitting in it, saying thank you. The motive? Power. That's the currency psychopaths actually value. Not love, not loyalty, just leverage. When they control how you think, they control what you'll do. And that's their version of intimacy. So yeah, If someone ever seems a little too good at helping you make decisions, maybe double check who's really steering the wheel. Basically, psychopaths don't crave connection, they crave control, but they'll sell it to you as love with a smile. Number 3. Shallow relationships like kiddie pools. You know that deep, emotional, ride or die bond that makes friendship or love feel meaningful? Yeah, psychopaths don't do that. Their relationships are like movie trailers, flashy, intense, and over way too soon. In the beginning, they'll charm you so hard you'll think you found your soulmate or best friend. They'll mirror your hobbies, your humor, even your Spotify playlist. It's intoxicating. But once they've gotten what they wanted, attention, status, money, or control, they just vanish. Their emotional connections are transactional. It's not, I care about you, it's, you're useful right now. Once that usefulness expires, you're out faster than an app update. And when they leave, there's no closure, no remorse. They'll discard people like takeout containers, then stroll into the next relationship smiling like nothing happened. You'll be crying into your pillow, and they'll be charming someone new before your mascara dries. It's not heartbreak for them, it's logistics. Basically, if emotions were a swimming pool, psychopaths would still be sitting on the edge, refusing to get their feet wet. Number 2. Blame. Never heard of her. Here's the thing about psychopaths, they're allergic to responsibility. If something goes wrong, it's never their fault. Ever. You could hand them video evidence, a signed confession, and a PowerPoint presentation, and they'd still say, you're twisting things. They have an Olympic-level talent for deflection. They'll twist logic, change subjects, or flat out invent alternate realities just to avoid being the villain. In their mind, every failure is someone else's fault. They're basically human mirrors, any accusation bounces right back at you. What's fascinating is how sincere they seem while doing it. They believe their own nonsense. This is called cognitive distortion, and it lets them sleep peacefully after doing objectively awful things. Their brain just rewrites the story until they're the hero again. This is also why psychopaths rarely seek therapy on their own, because in their mind, there's nothing wrong with them. It's everyone else who's weak, sensitive, or too emotional. So yeah, next time someone ruins everything and somehow ends up comforting themselves, you might not be dealing with immaturity. You might be dealing with a full-blown psychopath. Basically, accountability to them is like a food allergy. They just break out in denial. Number 1. The empty core. Here's the part most people don't see, the thing that hides beneath all the charm, confidence, and mind games. Emptiness. Deep, echoing, existential emptiness. Psychopaths are emotional actors in a play they don't understand. They can mimic love, cry on cue, talk about finding meaning, but none of it actually lands. Inside, there's this hollow quiet where emotions should live. It's like someone turned down the volume on their inner world. That emptiness drives everything else, the manipulation, the thrill-seeking, the constant need for stimulation. It's not just about control or power, it's about feeling something, anything. Because for a psychopath, life without emotional depth feels like an endless gray hallway where nothing ever changes. And here's the cruel twist. They know it, not always consciously, but somewhere in the static of their mind, they sense that something's missing. That's why they're always chasing, always consuming, always performing, because stillness is unbearable when you're built without an off switch for chaos. They fill the void with people, money, risk, lies, but it never sticks. Every victory fades too fast. Every connection turns shallow. Every high needs to be higher. And no matter how hard they chase it, that internal silence just keeps humming in the background like an old refrigerator. So yeah, the real horror of psychopathy isn't the crime, or the manipulation, or even the coldness, it's the endless emptiness behind it all. A void that nothing human can fill. Basically, the psychopath's curse is being trapped behind their own mask forever and not even realizing it's there until it's too late. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.